continue this place being a fortress ahead of this Sky Bet League 2 fixture. But it's all about this man and the trophies you can see in front of me. Player of the season in League 2 and for the club and in the PFA Team of the Year as well. Please give him a massive warm welcome. We hope to see him back very, very soon to Jodi Jones. So fantastic to see Jodi with us. As part of his injury rehab, we thought we'd give him as long a possible walk from the doors to join us here as part of it. Jodi, amazing to have you with us today. We're going to try and do this on seats and see how we get on, so I'll hand you the mic to do your talking. But it's brilliant to see you. What a signing you've been for Notts. What a journey it's been for you. And I want to start your journey in terms of how you came into professional football. A lad down in London, making his way locally for a really renowned side from a youth point of view, then on to Dagenham and Redbridge. But there's a lot of kids in the room today that idolise you, Jodi. Talk to us about that journey for you and how it started.
Firstly, hi everybody, nice to see you all. I started off like a lot of normal children, you know, playing for my local Sunday League team. I think I went there when I was about 7 years old, and then just the normal stuff really, ended up getting scouted and stuff like that. Went to Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham, teams like that. I was there for a couple of years. I didn't experience and I played a lot of football, but yeah, and then I ended up coming here, which has been the best part of my career so far, and I look forward to what's left.
There is plenty left, Jodi. Let's talk about that injuries. I know you've been really open and honest about it in terms of how important to you family is, the support you get from friends. 2 massive injuries for you, but more than proved in terms of what's happened here at Notts. But how was it during that time? You experienced an injury at the moment as well, so are you calling on those kind of strengths that got you through those big injuries historically?
Yeah, of course. They were tough injuries, you know. I was out for like 9 months at a time, so when I found out about this injury, and I knew it was only going to be 2-3 months, and I knew it would be a piece of cake for me, you know. The injuries I had before were really, really tough, and like I said, I'm at a place where I'm loved and I'm really enjoying it, and I've got a lot of support behind me. So it's been about 2 months already now, so hopefully not too long left.
We'll come on to talk about when you're going to be back playing in the black and white stripes again, but let's continue the journey. So I had to remind myself as well, Jodi, it feels like you've been a permanent signing forever, but it was initially a loan deal in the January under Luke Williams here that you joined the team. And what a journey towards the end of the season. But how did the loan move come about for you to join Notts, and was it a bit of a no-brainer for you?
So I was at Oxford. I wasn't really playing and getting any game time. It was very frustrating, and I knew I needed to go on loan. I was supposed to go on loan to Northampton, but it got cancelled like just at the end of the deadline. So I didn't end up going. It was really frustrating, and there were some other League 2 teams and stuff that were really far away, and I didn't want to go that far just to go on loan, you know. So I spoke to my agent, and he called me and said there's 2 National League teams, Notts County and Wrexham, and he said have a look at them. Yeah, he just said to me, come and sit down, we'll have a look at the way they play and stuff like that. And he said, I think I know who you're going to choose because they play fantastic football, got a fantastic manager, a massive club. But I still went and met him and just sat down and watched both styles of play, and straight away I said I like the look of Notts County. They play some really good football, and like you said, it was a no-brainer from there, and came here on loan. Took me a while to kind of get going. The boys were obviously flying in the National League, and it was quite tough because I was thinking, how am I going to help here? You know, they're doing really well already. I've just got to wait for my chance, and yeah, as I said, I was at about 60% probably, so I think everyone remembers me saying I've got so much more to give. So yeah, I'm thankful for everybody for sticking with me in the National League, because I know I wasn't at my best, but I think the semi-final goal helped a lot, and then obviously the season after was a very good season.
I think you're doing yourself a massive disservice, and I'm sure ladies and gents agree with me today. What a journey it was, Jodi. So let's go on to that game. Look, I've been a Notts fan 40 plus years. That semi-final here against Boreham Wood, it's on the verge of tears for all of us. After the season we'd had, so far ahead, you know, the rivalry with Wrexham you've mentioned, and then to be 2 down. Talk us through the emotions in that game that you're playing in, Jodi. We know the emotions at the end when you're running even quicker down the touchline with your shirt round the top of your head. But talk us through what's the team thinking at 2-0?
I remember obviously I was on the bench and we was dominating the game. I think the first 10 minutes we could have been 3-0 up, and obviously it was just two freak goals. And I was on the bench, obviously. I'm not just saying it, but we were saying that we're still in this. All it takes is 1 goal. The amount of chances we've had, if we keep creating them chances, we'll come back. And yeah, I think obviously in the second half getting that goal so early helped us. I think we got a penalty, didn't we, as well? Ruben missed a penalty, but yeah, I know when I came on, I just thought I need to try and impact the game as much as possible, whether that's with a goal, an assist, or something. And obviously it was literally like the last kick of the game when I set up Aiden, and then obviously it went to extra time, and I think everybody thought it was going to penalties. We practiced so much in the week before. I think everyone was a bit nervous, and then I just remember the ball coming out to me. I think with the assist I got last season, I think now I'd probably cross it from that angle, but something just made me shoot. I just thought I'd just hit the target. There's a lot of bodies in there, and I just see it fly in. I think at first I thought Kedwin Scott might have touched it, and he might have been offside. But I don't know, I was just so happy. I just ran off, tried to get my top off, it got stuck around my head. It was crazy, but no, it was one of the best days of my life, and I think I speak for a lot of people in here when I say that.
I think that's worth a round of applause, because what an experience, ladies and gents, that was as well, wasn't it? Probably, look, one of the most dramatic games during my time here at kind of supporting Notts, Jodi. But we then go to Wembley. We then have a roller coaster of a game there as well. So again, in your words, how did that Wembley game feel in terms of the emotions you're going through? We've got to the final. We're 1 game away. We're so far away points-wise in terms of the opposition. Emotions in that game?
Yeah, of course. I think that was the most nerve-wracking game. Obviously, scoring the winner in the semi-final, I was thinking to myself, like, have I got a chance of starting? But at the same time, when I got told, I wasn't too frustrated, because listen, like I said, the boys were flying. They were in and around the positions anyway, and if I was, for example, playing the whole season and somebody came on loan and then took my place in the final, I'd be raging. So yeah, I just took it on the chin, and obviously the manager at the time was fantastic. He said to me, listen, I've been in football a long time. There's a very strong chance that this game's going to go to extra time penalties, and I'm going to need you. Like, I'm definitely going to need you. If you start the game, you're going to have to come off at around 60 because you've not played a lot. And he said, I can count on you when it comes to the most important times, like taking the penalty and stuff. So I was waiting for my time. Obviously, the first 10 minutes was very nerve-wracking, I think, for everybody. But like I said, we stuck in there, like we always do. And then obviously Bozzy scored that free kick, and then they scored again, and then Ruben scored. But that's another thing the gaffer said to Ruben. He missed a few chances in the semi-final, and he said, trust me, like, you're going to score today. And that just shows how good he was, and everybody believed in him. And then when I came on, he said, just go and make a difference. He went to penalties, and then we ended up coming out on top, which was another fantastic day.
Amazing day to take us back into the Football League, where you've got to say we belong, Jodi, and then you crown that with a permanent deal in that summer as well. So again, going back to that, was it shown with a piece of paper to sign to get in?
Yeah, of course, I wanted to get it done as soon as possible, I went straight to international duty, so I wanted to get it done before I went there, just in case I didn't want to pick up any knocks while I was out there and be out of contract or anything like that. But yeah, it was a no-brainer, I think obviously towards the end of it, I was thinking hopefully I've shown enough of what I can do, and then have a full pre-season and be the real Jodi, But then, like I said, after the semi-final goal, I thought, well, I've got every chance here. So yeah, I was really happy, and like I said, it was a no-brainer.
And we were happy to make that a permanent signing here at Notts. We're back in the Football League then, Jodi, and you have a brilliant season, and these awards to my right and your right show that plenty will want pictures with today to share that success. But it was an amazing season. The assist contribution was unbelievable. The 5-5 game away to Grimsby, I think, was the first time someone had got 4 assists in a game, only since 2020, when Harry Kane and Thierry Henry before him had done that. So you were in decent company, and you must have been really happy in terms of the volume of assists, without doubt. But I know this season you've talked around trying to complement that with more goals, and you were on a brilliant run at the start of this season. But that's going to be a big part of when you return as well, isn't it?
No, of course. last season, assists for me was something that I just kept wanting to do. I was buzzing off it, I was enjoying it, and I was enjoying it more than scoring goals, which obviously the gaffer this season has said that he wants me to score more goals. So I think that's why I'm obviously on the other side, which I know a few people have a little moan about. But as he said as well, I started this season better than I started last season. So it would have been very interesting to see how many numbers I would have been on now and stuff like that. But it just wasn't meant to be, you know. And obviously when I come back, I can still add to that. But no, last season with the assists, like you said, obviously Luke put me out on the left. When I first came, he was saying, I think you'd be really good on the left, and I didn't really agree with it at first, but you have to listen, you know, and just trust such a good manager. And he was showing me things in training to do, which was a bit different to what I would normally do. I like to beat players and just be very entertaining, and it was a bit more structured, but I listened to him, I got on with it, and yeah, I ended up having one of the best seasons of my life, so I can't complain.
Well, that's worth a round of applause as well, ladies and gentlemen, because what a season it was for him in terms of the assists and goal contributions as well during that time. What were your standout moments during the first season back in the Football League for Notts, Jodi? And look, bumper crowds, we've got 3 rooms full of hospitality. The club's in a really brilliant space, isn't it, as well? And you've signed that contract extension as well till 2027. So I know you're calling this place home now, and the family really enjoy it here as well, and you're really enjoying your football, notwithstanding the injuries, which are out of your control. But how did you find that first season back?
To be fair, obviously the first half of the season we really enjoyed it. The second half wasn't great, but I think, like, without making excuses, I think that comes with League Two. You know, sometimes you can play well, but it's a bit of a lottery because teams can sit in, and it don't matter what team you are. If you watch teams like Manchester City, when teams sit in against them, even they can't break them down sometimes. You know, so when teams sit in and then they just lump the ball in the box and stuff like that, it's hard to deal with. But yeah, it was tough, you know, but we always knew this season we was better prepped, and I think we'll see that come the end of the season.
In terms of this season, I think it was the Gillingham game in late September where you picked up the injury that obviously we've lost you since then. Injury update wise, Jodi, how are you? And I know you were quite vocal, and Stuart's backed you up on that as well, in the club as a whole, in terms of having more protection, because we want to see free flowing flair football, don't we? And that's going to be important for football as a brand as well, that you get that protection.
To be fair, I've had a lot of stick about it from opposition fans and stuff like that, but I feel like they just don't believe that flary players should play in League Two. But at the end of the day, that's what our job is. You know, I like to entertain people. I'm never going to stop playing how I play, no matter how many times I get kicked. That people have mentioned it to me. Maybe you should, I don't know, release the ball a bit more and stuff like that. So I'm not going to change. That's just the way I play. You know, and I'm getting success from it. If anything needs to change, it needs to be the referees. The tackle was clearly from behind. The boys obviously tried to wipe me out, and they didn't give a foul or a yellow card, so that was what was very frustrating. But no, that's another reason I wanted to stay here anyway, no matter what. That's another reason why I wanted to get my contract over the line, because I think I was getting kicked quite a bit in the games, and I think it was only a matter of time before something like this happened. But I don't think they will, but when I'm back, hopefully there is a little bit more protection. If not, then I'll just have to get on with it.
I bought a roll of bubble wrap for you, Jodi, when you start playing again, just to make sure you get as much protection as possible as well. Let's look at the trophies to our right here then, Jodi. How proud a moment was it to pick up these awards? You were in some real esteemed company, teammates in there as well in the mix, but fully deserved in terms of the season you had and your kind of journey we've talked around, from where you've been with the ACL injuries and so on and so forth. But how proud a moment was it to pick these awards up?
Yeah, it's probably one of the proudest moments in my career. I think a lot of people that know me and are close to me, they know I set myself individual targets. 2 of my individual targets were to win both of them awards. So obviously at the end of the season, when I did win them, I was very proud. I set myself loads of targets, obviously with assists and stuff like that. I absolutely smashed that one, but with the goals I didn't really get as many goals as I wanted to. But no, like you said, there's some fantastic players in the league. There was teams that got promoted and stuff like that. So I think for me to still win that, it just makes it a little bit better, you know, because we didn't finish in a great position in the league, but I still got recognised for these awards. And obviously we had last season Dan Crowley, Maka, that were performing to a fantastic level as well. And I think they were also contenders for them trophies as well. But for me to win it, I was over the moon.
Yeah, amazing achievement, and I'm sure plenty will get photos with you today. Injury update wise, then let's wrap up on that. Jodi, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Don't want to give too much away because, as Stuart often talks around, we want to keep opposition guessing, but going well.
Yeah, it's going well. Better than it was at the start. It was a bit awkward at the start. We went to see a few different specialists and stuff like that to get a few different opinions. The first guy we went to see thought I might have needed an operation, which I was ready to go and have, which a lot of people won't know, but I ended up, I caught a bug off my son and I was sick the night before, so I didn't end up going for the operation. And then obviously I got told I had to wait like another 3 weeks for it, so we went to see another specialist who said, I actually don't think you do need an operation. So I went and see another one, he also said the same thing, so it was a bit of a blessing in disguise that I didn't have an operation. I let my body heal naturally. I had to wear a boot for about 7 weeks, which was quite frustrating because I just had to let everything heal, because obviously from the pressure from the tackle I had a crack in the back of my bone, which again shows how bad the tackle was. But no, it's going well now. I'm out of the boot, I'm back on the grass on Monday running, and I'm itching to get back. I can't wait.
Are you a frustrated watcher, Jodi, when you come and see the games here?
I hope I don't get stick for this, but I don't watch them. I just can't. It's too frustrating. I have to watch it from home, and if things like last weekend when they gave the penalty, I just had to turn it off. It's honestly a shame. But yeah, that's just me being honest. But no, hopefully when I get a bit closer, I think I'll come and watch a bit more.
And we look forward to him coming back. Ladies and gents, thanks to him for spending the time with us. What a signing he's been. Give it up for Jodi Jones. So we're going to get an orderly queue now, ladies and gents. We've got some Jodi Jones cards that the lovely Jasmine has arranged as well for us today, and Adam at the back of us. So you want to get a signature with Jodi today, or a picture? I know some have got shirts with them. Jodi's very kindly said he'll spend all that time with us today. We're not going to delay kick-off, so he's got to get his quick handwriting going as well. But once again, if we form a queue just in front of us here, we'll try and snake round as much as possible. Give it up for Jodi Jones. I'll speak to you shortly. Enjoy the game, ladies and gents.